to simulate to week 13 because I didn't do it last week, even though we played the game. Here we are, week 13. What's up, guys? Last week we beat the Eagles in the snow. Now it's time to play the Giants at home. Keep this push going. See where we're at. Still got the number 1 seed. Saints are right up our butt. So are the Rams. The Rams are still there. The 49ers pretty much out now. So are the Cardinals out of ours. With the East, with the Eagles winning, they're still first. They got the Cowboys at 5-6. You got the Washington at 4-7, and the Giants at 3-8. So we'll see how this all goes. Guys that are still ready to keep getting signed. Chris Carson's still not interested. He doesn't. I don't think he's gonna want to come back. Let's go see if we can spend some Coach XP though, because we do have that. No, there's no Coach XP on this one. Guess there's no Coach XP on this one. Staff. No, upgrade packages right there. It's got 4,000. Expert scouting. I don't really care about that too much. Offensive line. Yep, we need that. And what else are we gonna need? Better attention. I don't need any of that right now. Let's get that increased weekly. So we got that offensive free agency influence because next week, or this offseason, we're going to need some offense line. What did I want to see? And transactions over the last couple weeks. Signed. Re-signed. Yeah, let's see. We ended up trading. They ended up trading us. What? Scott Queensberry. We ended up giving them Adrian Peterson. After we traded Carlos Hyde to the Chiefs, and gave us Taco Charlton. So. Alright, let's get ready for this week 13 matchup. Skip training, like we always do. Play full game. We go from the snow back to Pacific Northwest. Let's see how this actually goes. From the Pacific Northwest, it is Seattle football.
Today, from CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington, it's week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's raining, so we go from snow one week to rain the next week.
We'll see Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
It is loud and it is wet as we welcome you inside CenturyLink Field on a patented rainy afternoon in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Seahawks team as they get ready here. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point. But, boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket, but when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it and he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
The drive starts with a completion left side. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Jones. He completes it to Tate. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. The first carry for the former Navy lineman. This is Saquon Barkley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground.
Find the smallest of holes to get through. That's
6 yards there. First down, New York. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Saquon Barkley, the ball carrier.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 11 carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
No.
At varying levels.
That was incomplete.
Crowd everyone to the line.
Alright, let's challenge this. That was incomplete.
It's nothing but room to run.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
He was out of bounds. We lost another fucking timeout because of it. Bad officiating.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down to Barkley on the check down. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
A gain of 9 yards.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Come on, guys.
Jones on 1st down.
There we go.
Heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a 3rd-round pick back in 2012.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
So I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
The numbers on the ground for Carson last week. There isn't a coach alive who wouldn't like those numbers. Well over 100 yards and a touchdown, too.
Partner, I think all the coaches who are in that great coaching box in the sky would take those numbers.
So dead or alive?
Either way, they would take that kind of production.
Incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, Wilson forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Rolling to his right. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
Brings up
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Open man is Jacob Hollister. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson, and quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage, but now, in this situation, the field is really condensed.
Oh, that's
so
shitty.
if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Metcalf!
Dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third.
No one touched you, dude.
Now 3rd down.
No one fucking touched you.
Now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. To throw again is Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, it does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
At the 26-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jones, he hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo.
Complete.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Jones. It's caught. Shepard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Giants.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Seahawks 7, Giants nothing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Jones. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
2nd and 7.
From the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big one there on 3rd down. They hit for 30 yards.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
It's a pick.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
The Giants' 33-yard line.
Buying time to his left. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Wilson on the keeper.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Flushed out right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So that one will be accepted. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure to just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
So not much time
It's time to panic for the Giants.
remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
New York ready to go again offensively. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure
Let's go,
that they
KJ.
stay positive
Jones.
But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hand.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Sacktown, baby.
6 yards.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Just a 30-yard punt that time. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Out comes Chris Carson in the Seattle offense. On first down, it's Carson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun. Wilson eluding the pressure right.
Oh,
He's caught on
damn.
the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Because you can't force people out of
Took him
bounds.
a
Or you
little
can
too
force people
far
out
on
of bounds now.
2nd
Like
down.
that.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And
you go,
inside
guys.
the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down.
That's good.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start. But boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Pass.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
And 7.
Being chased out left. He can run, and he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him starting to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Valentine going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York set to take the field. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now, start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
At the 47-yard
Give him
line.
3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And 7.
From the gun, Jones. This is Shepard on the catch. And he's got this down to the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific, because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
7 yards there and a first down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First and goal.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
A loss of 10.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones.
I missed the fucking tackle. That's on me.
Touchdown. Dion Lewis. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
Seahawks take over first and 10.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Flush to his right. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll run it, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout.
2 yards.
As they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson.
No way.
Tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez.
That's fucking
And his
bullshit.
guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
That's the end of
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. We'll get things started in the NFC West with L.A. making the trip to the desert to take on Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who have the lead as they play the second quarter. Kyler Murray has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll take the trip east to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Eagles. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A big afternoon. 3 touchdown catches in that first half. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they currently trail in that game against the visiting Patriots. The Patriots trying to finish that one off and claim victory. In our game has been Russell Wilson, who was dynamic, as usual, in that first half. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns, and he has run for another. As for the call of the second half, we turn things back over to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, at the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little, kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They'll run on first down. Carson, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 41, Wilson.
Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown.
Gotta be shitting me.
On for the
This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And, you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
When have you ever seen Wilson fumble the ball this much?
Offense. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
Now 2nd and 6.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Wilson.
Oh, what the fuck was that?
Fly for Lockett.
Dude, come on, Madden.
Back a few nightmares.
They need to fix this fucking game, dude.
Your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. On 1st down, it's Carson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch the
Missed the field goal.
a bit further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
On the return, the Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because
Up the middle,
some
and
teams
Bobby Wagner
go
missed
to
the
start
fucking
a
tackle.
half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Good tackle there by Jaron Reed, the former second-round pick out of Alabama. That's why he was drafted, but he's really shown an excellent ability to rush the passer as well.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
He's bringing up the 2-man cover.
Job description for a middle linebacker. We would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
We love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37.
First down, Giants.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now whistles here and a flag down. I think a Giant jumped early.
Oh shit. Okay, cool.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jones throw on target to Shepard and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 1st down as they look his way again. This
Bringing
time
up the same
19
fucking play. I'm not
yards.
doing it every time.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Nifty running by Barkley there on 1st down. He scoots forward for 7 yards, sets him up nicely. 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
At the 17-yard line.
Again, it's Barkley. Barkley hit and the ball pops free. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Let's go, Bobby Wagner.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you know, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
Fuck, dude.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
Jason just has not had a good season at all.
2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Seahawks 32-yard line.
Now Jones. Over the middle, he's got
Why is he wide open? Why is there nobody on him?
Almost to the 20 before he's
And yet, oh my god, here we go again. Fucking cover 2 man. Do something fucking else. Obviously, it's not fucking working.
For his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Throwing Jones. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here's Carson.
Wilson.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Number 29.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
3rd and 6.
To throw is Wilson. To throw on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
At the 39-yard line.
On the handoff, it's Geis. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 32. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
He was brought down by...
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense.
Metcalf, yet again.
Now they need to execute. The
Out
Giants offense at the line, ready
Man,
to begin
fix
their
your
next
fucking
drive.
shit.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. A throw on the quick slant, going to be complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the
3
35.
interceptions.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. That's complete to Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Catch made by Slayton.
What?
Goes right side.
Dude.
Touchdown.
Get the
Giants. Darius Slayton. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here's Reed. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Reed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now.
Something happened with the computer that I can't explain.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Where the fuck are you going, Metcalf? At least somebody saw that.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Seattle. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Taken down at the 11-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
What? 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. And it bangs off the right upright. No good.
Dude.
And this score will stay right where it is.
That's all Myers
So
right
from
there.
nothing less there than chip shot distance, a tough miss from the right hash mark.
Well, this is just a wobbler. I mean, he knows he's got to get it going left, but that was right all the way.
Why is it, again, I fucking hit the button as soon as the ball is thrown to get to the guy, and it's not fucking putting me on the guy. God. Man, I swear, sometimes they just fucking do some stupid shit at the beginning of the season. As soon as the game's released. They do some dumb shit.
Jones now on 1st and 10.
See, I hit B and it goes all the way back to Jamal Adams instead of I hit it like 3 fucking times for it to bring me to my fucking guy that's closest to the wide receiver. Get the fuck out of here with cover 2 man. If I'm gonna lose this game, I'm gonna lose this fucking game. I'm not doing cover 2 man.
He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
Bobby Wagner misses a tackle, Madden. Bobby Wagner never misses a fucking tackle.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's back to throw. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And able to find Dorsett. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 3.
They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal.
Third and goal.
The clock run down. I'm trying to get this touchdown.
On third down.
Get out of here.
Carson. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, Wilson escaping the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Makes the score.
And that was the old QB one-man band play there on the conversion.
And look, let's face it, even quarterbacks who don't have great mobility, in certain situations, they're able to actually take the ball in themselves. Remember way back when Joe Namath against the Giants at the Yale Bowl, right? Remember Joe had all those knee operations. They thought he couldn't run it. No one accounted for him. He practically walked into the end zone.
So now Jones and the Giants down by 2 touchdowns, 46 seconds to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Again, I hit B. Instead of going to fucking Irvin, it goes to fucking Bobby Wagner.
4, second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw.
What?
Jones.
Why is it doing that? Let me have control of the guy that I'm controlling. Stop doing that stupid shit.
Here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
So the victory here for Seattle, and you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the New York Jets come to town. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's another week with more questions than answers as they fall to 3-9. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us.
What can I say? Well, what we're gonna do is auto upgrade all these guys. We're gonna advance the week just because. Just do it early. Because I don't really have much to say about that. Look at the weekly awards. Wasn't anyone in the offense. Bobby Wagner, 15 tackles, 1 interception, 1 forced fumble, 1 fumble recovered. one is gonna be up there. Coach of the year, about time. Hold on. It's player of the year. If it's gonna be anybody, it's gonna be Chris Carson. It's player of the year, Bobby White. Offensive rookie of the year, I don't have anybody. Offensive rookie of the year, I don't think I have anybody either going up. Let's keep it. Nah, I'm gonna be up there. Sucking. Yeah, I can't go back to 9. So that's not what I want to look at. I want to look at stats. 2,000 yards. He might hit 3,000 this year. 24 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Man. 846. In the NFL, leaves him. Jesus. Down there. He was like top third. Alright. But on that note, guys, hope to see you guys all next week when we play the Jets. Till then, peace out.